How's it going? How's everybody doing? Essential Notes, back to talk fragrance. And today I'm going to be talking about Barcelona from City Rhythm. So I currently only have a 10 ml of this. I initially smelled this last summer and it left an impression on me. It was actually quite amazing. I smelled it, on paper, and then I had sprayed it on skin, but I didn't get like a full wear out of it. So I didn't pick up a 10 ml right away. I kind of I think I had a sample of it and I took it home and wore it a few days, and then I ended up getting a 10 ml just because I wanted to spend more time with it. And I'm finding that I don't just run out and grab bottles anymore. I've really kind of scaled back on buying full bottles. I rarely, I think I blind buy like once a year. I hold myself to one blind buy a year. I don't usually buy something based off of something I smell on paper, nor will I even do it based on skin at the time, unless it just floors me and it's like one of the best things I've ever gotten my nose on. Like it'd be one of the best things in my collection. Then I may pull the trigger. But I've been getting into the habit of buying 10 mls, really exploring the scent, seeing what settings it works in, temperature wise, what is it better in cooler weather, warmer weather. So anyways, that's what I did with this. But yeah, this is Barcelona's put out by City Rhythm, and I think this one was released 2024, last year. So, and again, I smelled it last summer. I think it had come out maybe a few months before I smelled it. And yeah, it just really it captivated me right away. There was an element that I really liked, but I wanted to kind of continue to wear it and see where it went. And it's one that when I bought it and I wore it the first time after I bought it, I knew that I would probably be wearing it in the spring. And I picked it up in the fall, so I've been sitting on it, and I knew that now is the time to start breaking it out. And I've worn it a few times, and it's a fragrance that I'm really starting to enjoy. And without a doubt, I'm gonna upgrade to a full bottle. So I'll just, it comes in your standard 10 ml. That's what I got here. The atomizer is good on it, but we'll spray it. So I get initially, they don't have it listed as this, but this is what I get. It opens with a Sangria accord. And I'm gonna read the notes to you and then kind of walk you through what I think is kind of pulling together to create that accord. So the top notes are sparkling wine, pomegranate, bitter orange. The heart notes are red wine, cherry, rose. And then the base notes are cedar, sandalwood, amber, chocolate, and musk. And so when you first smell it, you get this blast, and it lasts a decent amount of time. I would say probably like 30 minutes. You get this Sangria accord. And I think it is basically sparkling wine, red wine, pomegranate, and bitter orange that are all kind of pulling together to create that Sangria accord. And then I get this rose that is like rose two ways. I get this rose essence, almost like a rose water or a rose syrup that it kind of blends into that Sangria. And then I also get kind of springtime rose, like a floral component that's like rose bushes in the foreground of the scent. And so you have a rose that's happening, with the Sangria, and then you have it in the foreground. And then as it develops, the Sangria will kind of start receding or stepping back. And as it, maybe like 10 minutes in, you start picking up this chocolate note. And really the chocolate note to me is like, it feels like it's more of a base. Well, it's in the base. so it's kind of cool that it's a base, but I don't know, I wouldn't consider it a base note, but it acts as a base note, almost like a layer. It is a layer that's above the wood. So you have cedar and sandalwood, and then the layer above that would be your chocolate. And it is like a milk chocolate. It's light to the point where it's not overtaking the sangria, accord, or those top notes. It's not overpowering them. It's really allowing them to shine, but it's hefty enough, and it's like full enough, and I would say dark enough to where those notes glide over it. They kind of glide over the top of the chocolate, and then, like I said, you get. It's almost like that is the base is this chocolate note, but you can sense a bit of a woodiness that's underneath, and you got that cedar, which is a really nice, warm, solid, but inviting woodiness, and then you also have this little bit of creamy element that may be from sandalwood that creeps into that chocolate, making it feel more and more like a milk chocolate. Like I pick up a milk chocolate kind of accord or note. The cherry I don't get in this at all. I couldn't tell you what the cherry is doing, and I really don't get like an ambery or muskiness. The muskiness obviously is supporting everything else, down in the base. But it's just this really, really great composition, and it doesn't do crazy transitions or anything like that. It kind of just like that sangria note opens up. It's bright, it's playful. And it is so representative of spring, and then it just kind of starts stepping back, and then the chocolate and the woodiness come out with that sangria still there, but in the background. And it totally reminds me of back in 2019, I took a trip with my brother to Madrid, and what's not Barcelona, but it reminds me of that. And during that trip, you had everybody was drinking sangria, and I felt a little out of place because I would order beer or some wine, and I wasn't ordering sangria, but all the local people were ordering sangria. So sangria was flowing. You're in this open like cafe bars, people on the out on the patios and all this, enjoying the sunshine and each other's company, and sangria was everywhere. And then I was there in the spring as well, so you had those floral components that they have, and then there was a chocolate element, that was floating in the air there too. So this totally reminds me of my trip to Spain. It's very, very cool scent. It has a fun, playful vibe to it. It evokes springtime. It is, I would say that this is one of the better representations of a springtime scent that unfold, or that does its thing in a unique way. I don't know many springtime fragrances that are leaning into the sangria thing. And like I said, they mention sparkling wine and red wine, but I definitely feel like this is more sangria, and it's more cultural. So shout out to Niles over at City Rhythm for having this idea and making it happen. The perfumer on this is Maurice. He's brilliant, and so I think it was just a very cool concept that falls right in line with who City Rhythm is and what they do, executed by an incredible nose. And I think it's one that if you guys haven't tried it, I encourage you to try it. If you could, if you've tried it, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. Did it impact you? Did you get that sangria element, or is that just me? I'd love to hear you comment. If you guys could, comment, subscribe, share. For those that have been supporting from the beginning, greatly appreciate you guys. And until next time, peace.